So this is a continuation of previous video, ortho image based discussion. Our first image is this. It is a closed coil spring and this is a open coil spring. This is a closed coil spring and this one is the open coil spring. In short, closed coil spring is used to close the space available between the teeth by retraction of canine or retraction of anterior teeth. That is this. They are available in 9 mm or 12 mm lengths. Whereas this open coil spring is used to make space, to open up the space between the two teeth. Its length is 1.5 times that of the space between the adjacent teeth, which is taken to push the teeth apart. So these are the separators that we use. This is a Kesling spring separator. This is a bass wire separator. This is a dumbbell separator and this is a ring separator. It is used like this. So what is this first order, second order and third order? In this first order, as you see, it is given in horizontal direction. First order is given in horizontal direction. Second order is given in vertical direction. You can see the vertical slot here. And these are horizontal slots. So, in first order, we give horizontal slots to correct the buccolingual inclination of the teeth. First order is given in horizontal direction to correct the buccolingual inclination of the teeth. Okay, this is buccal, this is lingual. And in second order, we give vertical, it is given in vertical direction to correct the mesiodistal inclination of the teeth. Third order, bend or the torque is placed to correct the buccolingual position by moving the roots. See this arrow mark? So the bend or the torque is placed to correct the buccolingual, so in this case labiolingual position by moving the roots placed by the twist wires. It is placed by the twist wires. This is a self-ligating bracket. This is a self-ligating bracket. This one is the tip-edged bracket. As you see, it has both horizontal and vertical slots. Both horizontal and vertical slots are present. So it can be used for both tipping and bodily movement. Because it has both vertical and horizontal slot, it can be used both for tipping and bodily movement. It is a combination of beg and edgewise technique. This is a oral screen. It's also called as vestibular screen. As you see, here they are voids because it is used in mouth breathers. Such type of oral screen is used for mouth breathers. If voids are not present, then it could be used for thumb sucking patient, lip and cheek biting patients also. Also, it is used to correct mild anterior proclination. Vestibular screen actually works on the principle of both force application and force elimination. So this is a double oral screen. As you can see, an additional screen is placed in the lingual aspect also. So this type of oral screen is used to correct tongue thrust habit. So I have actually discussed about three types of oral screen. This oral screen with the voids, which is used for mouth breathers, and simple oral screen without voids can be used for thumb sucking, tongue thrusting, lip and cheek biting patient, and also it helps in mild anterior proclined teeth correction. This is the double oral screen, which has an additional oral screen in the lingual aspect, which is used to correct tongue thrust habit. So this is a lip bumper. This is a lip bumper. It is a modification of oral screen. It's a modification of oral screen. It is used in case of lip sucking. It is used in case of lip sucking and hyperactive mentalis, and to augment anchorage, and also to distalize the molars. So because it distalizes the molars, it is used as space regainer. It can be used as space regainer because it distalizes molars. It helps in lip sucking and hyperactive mentalis, and to augment anchorage. So we come to myofunctional appliances. Here I will be discussing about activator, bionator, FR and twin block. Simple thing that you need to remember is the activator, bionator and FR are passive appliances. Activator and bionator are tooth-borne passive appliances, whereas FR is a tissue-borne passive appliance. Okay, that is only FR is tissue-borne passive appliance. So first the activator. It is all acrylic appliance with single labial bow. So all acrylic appliance, as you see, and there is a single labial bow here in the front. As said, it is a passive tooth-borne appliance. What it does? It prevents forward growth of the maxillary dento-alveolar process. It prevents the forward movement of the maxillary dento-alveolar process and reciprocal forward force on the mandible. Okay, it prevents the growth of maxillary dento-alveolar process in the forward direction. It is a passive tooth-borne appliance. It has all acrylic with single labial bow. It's of two types, H and V. So this appliance for the first week is used for 2 hours during the daytime as well as while sleeping, and in the second week 3 hours during the daytime and during sleep it's used. So the second passive tooth-borne appliance that I will be discussing is bionator. In bionator, it is similar to this activator, but it doesn't have this palatal acrylic part. Instead, it is replaced by a coffin spring type wire in the palatal region, as you see here. It's a coffin spring like wire in the palatal region. It's of three types: standard, class 3 and open bite. So now coming to the FR, Frankel functional appliance. FR stands for functional appliance by Frankel. So as said, it is the tissue borne. It's a tissue borne passive appliance. The main purpose of this appliance is to remove the restriction effect of the cheek and the lip musculature, thus allowing the expansion of hard tissue as well as normal displacement of the mandible. So how it does? The edges of the acrylic component stretch and stimulate the periosteum, which lead to the bone deposition, thus increasing the, of course, the transverse growth. This effect is called periosteal pull. So as said, it consists of acrylic buccal shields. These are the acrylic buccal shields, and the lip pads. These are the lip pads. These are the buccal sheets and these are the lip pads. Simple logic is that the edges of this acrylic component, both this buccal shield and the lip pad, stretch and stimulate the periosteum, which lead to bone deposition, hence causes transverse growth. So it is of 5 types actually: FR1, FR2, FR3, FR4 and FR5. FR1 is again divided into 3 types. FR1A is used for class 1 malocclusion with minor crowding and deep bite. FR1B is used for class 2 div 1 with overjet less than 5 mm. FR1C is used in class 2 div 1 malocclusion with overjet less than 7 mm. So this is the FR2 appliance. Lip pads are present in the mandibular arch. So because the lip pads are present in mandibular arch, it causes bone deposition in this area, right? So it is used for definitely class 2 div 1 and div 2 malocclusion. And this is FR3. Lip pads are present in maxillary arch. So it should be used for class 3 malocclusion definitely. So FR4 is used in case of open bite and bimaxillary protrusion. FR5 is used with headgear in high mandibular plane and vertical maxillary excess cases. So the twin block. Fourth myofunctional appliance is the twin block. It is a 2-piece appliance. As you see, this is one piece, this is the second one. It works on the principle of occlusion inclined planes. It works on the principle of occlusion inclined planes. It is retained in the mouth by delta clasps, which consists of triangular shaped retentive heads instead of arrowhead shape of the Adam's clasp. This is the upper member or upper block, and this is the lower block. Both these blocks meet each other at an angulation of 70 degrees. And this is comparatively a comfortable functional appliance for the patient, and it is used for class 2 malocclusion with retrognathic mandible. Definitely for class 3 the maxillary should be forwardly placed. So mandible is retrognathic in such cases, right? So in short, functional appliances stimulate and enhance the mandibular growth. They stimulate and enhance the mandibular growth and retard the maxillary growth. So they are the treatment of choice for mandibular retinognathism cases in general. So orthopedic appliances. Orthopedic appliances they use heavy forces which are used to bring skeletal changes. They are used in correction of skeletal discrepancies. They use heavy forces to correct skeletal discrepancies. The various orthopedic appliances that I will be discussing are headgear, chin cup and face mask. So the force applied for all these 3 appliances is 350 to 450 grams per side. 350 to 450 grams per side. Duration of wear is 12 to 14 hours per day. So headgear and face mask is used in maxillary arch, whereas chin cup for mandible. Headgear is indicated in case of prognathic maxilla, face mask in retrognathic maxilla, chin cup for prognathic mandible. These are the indications: chin cup, mandible, prognathic mandible. So first we'll discuss about the headgears. These are the headgears. It consists of three components: face bow, force element, head or neck cap, as you see. So types of headgear are high pull or occipital headgear, cervical or low pull headgear. This is a cervical headgear. This is a cervical or low pull headgear. So yeah, this is a high pull headgear, occipital or high pull headgear. Combi pull headgear is the third type, and this one is the J hook headgear. So it has occipital or high pull headgear, cervical or low pull headgear, combi pull headgear, and J hook headgear. In general, headgears are used to distalize the maxilla. So distal force is there. In case of high pull headgear, in case of this high pull headgear, force is distal and superior. It has superior force and distal force. In case of low pull headgear, distal and inferior force is there. So this high pull headgear is actually indicated in case of vertical growth pattern patients. It causes intrusion of teeth, intrusion of definitely maxillary teeth. So this low pull headgear is used in horizontal growth pattern patients. It causes extrusion of teeth. So the uses of headgear, as I said, to distalize the molars, restrict the growth of maxilla, because it is used in case of prognathic maxilla. In case of prognathic maxilla, you need to restrict the growth of maxilla. So it is used for the same. Distalization of molars, as it distalizes maxilla, it distalizes molars also. Hence space maintenance. It is also used for space maintenance. Now coming to the face mask. This is a face mask. It is also called reverse pull headgear. It's also called reverse pull headgear. Face masks are of 4 types, just like headgears. This is a delight face mask. It's a box shaped, and this is a petit face mask. It has a single rod in the middle of the face, as you see. Say, it has a single rod in the middle of the face. This is a tubenger face mask, and 4th type is Hickam face mask. So unlike headgears, face masks are used to bring about forward translation of maxilla, because face masks are indicated in case of retrognathic maxilla. So we need to bring the forward translation movement of maxilla. So it is used for the same. The ideal age for face mask therapy is 8 years. Duration of wear is definitely 12 to 14 hours. And direction of force is actually 15 to 20 degrees downward to the occlusal plane. It is 15 to 20 degrees downward to the occlusal plane, because it has to bring about forward translation movement of the maxilla. The location of force is 15 mm above the occlusal plane. Now coming to the chin cup. Yes, this is the chin cup. As you see, the mandible. So this chin cup is used in correction of class 3 malocclusion. As I have discussed, the indication of chin cup is prognathic mandible. Prognathic mandible is seen in case of class 3 malocclusion. So it is used for class 3 malocclusion. It's of two types: occipital pull chin cup or high pull chin cup, and vertical pull chin cup.